Coco Gauff and Naomi Osaka confirm starting points for 2026 season in Road to Australian Open. The season, at least in the WTA, is very much only just done, with the WTA finals taking place with Coco Gauff among those involved in the tournament. But she will soon be back in action very soon after the starting point of her 2026 season was confirmed. Gauff usually plays the ASB Classic in Auckland during the first week of the year and snubs the United Cup, but this changed during 2025 with the American deciding to play the event, which she won. She defeated IGA Swiatek 6-4, 6-4 in the final, and was her only tournament prior to the Australian Open. She will play the event between January 2nd to 11th this next year and will start her year at the tournament. Others have often taken a different route, with Rybakina and Sabalenka playing Brisbane and Adelaide. The former did play United Cup this time around but won't this year. Albeit Gauff will be the only top name in the US women's tandem, with Varvara Lepchenko instead being the second name on the team sheet. The same can be said for the men's though, with Taylor Fritz decidingly leading the charge again. Danielle Collins did play the tournament last year. But it is also Mackenzie McDonald and doubles specialists Nicole Mellicher-Martinez and Christian Harrison. It was Gauff's debut in the event this past year, and it was an instant success, meaning she has now decided to return. In 2026, Japan makes its debut, and Naomi Osaka will also make her opening appearance of the season in the tournament. She represents her country alongside Shintaro Mochizuki. Like Gauff often does, it was Auckland for Osaka to start the year. She was up a set in the final before retiring due to an abdominal injury versus Clara Tauson. IGA Swiatek will also play the tournament in a move that has been long confirmed. This means that Pegula will also play elsewhere, as will Anisimova, Sabalenka, Rybakina, among others, during the opening week of the year. Some may decide, due to the truncated nature of the off-season, to even skip the first week entirely and play towards the Australian Open, but it remains to be seen. Swiatek in particular will get the work in early after a short break playing in exhibitions over Christmas. While the World Tennis League is still yet to be announced and often features a lot of the top names in the lead up to the Australian Open in December, the entry list for the United Cup this summer is world-class. We're excited to welcome 5 of the world's top 10 men and 4 of the world's top 10 women in 2026, United Cup Tournament Director Stephen Farrow said. It will be fascinating to see where the likes of IGA Swiatek, Coco Gauff, Alexander Zverev, Alex de Minaur, Taylor Fritz and Jasmine Paolini end up competing. With AO 2019 and 2021 champion Naomi Osaka also leading Team Japan in its United Cup debut, the star power in 2026 is undeniable. The first days of every new tennis season carry a special kind of electricity, an atmosphere that seems to hum with fresh possibilities, renewed ambitions, and the unmistakable suspense of unknown narratives waiting to unfold. For the 2026 season, however, the spark feels brighter than usual. 2 names, 2 forces really, are responsible for much of that search: Coco Gauff and Naomi Osaka. Both stars have officially confirmed where they will begin their campaigns for the new year, setting the tone for what could be one of the most thrilling pre-Australian Open stretches in recent memory. Gauff's confident start, a power statement before Melbourne. Coco Gauff, still only in her early 20s but already a slam winner and the face of a new generation, has chosen to begin her 2026 run at a tournament known for both its intensity and prestige. While some top players elect to ease into the year, Gauff has never been one to tiptoe. She has confirmed her start in Brisbane, a location she's grown fond of for its fast courts, enthusiastic crowd energy, and the way the event seems to sharpen her instincts before she touches down in Melbourne. For Gauff, the Brisbane International isn't just a warm-up, it's a proving ground. The American thrives in early season fire, often using the kickoff event to test the adjustments made during her off-season. Her team has hinted that 2020 SIXS preparation was particularly grueling. More explosive footwork sessions, improved serve placement drills, and a renewed commitment to controlling aggressive exchanges deep behind the baseline. The timing makes sense. After the highs and challenges of 2025, Gauff enters the new year hunting consistency, not validation. She wants dominance, not flashes of brilliance but a year-long glow of it. Brisbane will be her first checkpoint. And knowing her, she will arrive with that signature blend of determination and easy swagger, ready to ignite her season with authority. Naomi Osaka's path, a return marked by patience and precision. If Gauff's start is built on fuel and forward momentum, Naomi Osaka's is built on careful strategy. Osaka has opted to begin her 2026 season at the Adelaide International, a tournament that suits her perfectly. Adelaide offers calmer conditions, a more intimate environment, and a schedule that gives players room to breathe, ideal for Osaka, who has always favored clarity of mind as much as precision of stroke. Her return to full-time competition has been one of the sport's most closely watched journeys. Each season since her comeback has felt like a chapter, some triumphant, some reflective, all deeply human. The choice of Adelaide is symbolic, a step forward rooted in intention rather than spectacle. Osaka's team has shared that she spent the off-season refining the aggressiveness of her forehand and focusing on early ball preparation. The goal is to reclaim the timing and clean strike patterns that once made her nearly untouchable on hard courts. But Osaka isn't just chasing form, she's chasing familiarity, comfort in the rhythm of tours, the vibrancy of match environments, and the thrill of competition without the pressure of perfection. Adelaide gives her that space to breathe, to adjust, to build. And once she finds her groove, Melbourne beware. Different paths, same destination. Although Gauff and Osaka will begin their seasons on opposite sides of the Australian map, they share a common compass point, the Australian Open. The anticipation around both is immense. Gauff has risen as the fiery young leader of the tour, a player whose athleticism and grit have made her a perpetual slam threat. Osaka, meanwhile, remains the queen of hard courts in the eyes of many, her Grand Slam pedigree unmatched across the surfaces she dominates. Their roads may differ, Gauff marching through Brisbane with a warrior's momentum, Osaka navigating Adelaide with an artist's precision, but the convergence will come under the bright Melbourne lights. And when their paths cross, whether early or late in the tournament, sparks are guaranteed. A rivalry rooted in respect, ready for a new chapter. Gauff and Osaka share one of the most compelling dynamics in women's tennis. A respectful rivalry born from mutual admiration. Their interactions over the years have produced unforgettable moments. Osaka comforting a tearful teenage Gauff at the US Open, Gauff later defeating Osaka in Melbourne, and both speaking openly about each other's impact on the sport. In 2026, their relationship feels poised for a new chapter. Gauff is now a leader, no longer the teenager inspired by Osaka but a champion carving her own legacy. Osaka is the seasoned star balancing wisdom,